I need to ask you a question.
I need to ask you a question.
He asked for help.
He asked for help.
Can you answer my question?
Can you answer my question?
He didn't answer the phone.
He didn't answer the phone.
I eat breakfast at 7 a.m.
I eat breakfast at 7 a.m.
She doesn't like to eat spicy food.
She doesn't like to eat spicy food.
I drink coffee every morning.
I drink coffee every morning.
He drank too much water.
He drank too much water.
I go to school by bus.
I go to school by bus.
She went to the market yesterday.
She went to the market yesterday.
Can you come to my house?
Can you come to my house?
He came late to the meeting.
He came late to the meeting.
I see a bird in the tree.
I see a bird in the tree.
She saw a rainbow after the rain.
She saw a rainbow after the rain.
Look at this picture.
Look at this picture.
He looked outside the window.
He looked outside the window.
I like to watch movies.
I like to watch movies.
She is watching TV now.
She is watching TV now.
I love to listen to music.
I love to listen to music.
He listened carefully to the teacher.
He listened carefully to the teacher.
I read books every night.
I read books every night.
She is reading a novel now.
She's reading a novel now.
He writes a letter to his friend.
He writes a letter to his friend.
I wrote a poem for you.
I wrote a poem for you.
He says he is tired.
He says he is tired.
She said hello to me.
She said hello to me.
Can you speak English?
Can you speak English?
He spoke to the manager.
He spoke to the manager.
We need to talk about this.
We need to talk about this.
They talked for hours.
They talked for hours.
I will call you later.
I will call you later.
He called his mother.
He called his mother.
I think you are right.
I think you are right.
He is thinking about his future.
He is thinking about his future.
Do you know her name?
Do you know her name?
I knew the answer.
I knew the answer.
I don't understand this question.
I don't understand this question.
She finally understood the problem.
She finally understood the problem.
Do you remember my name?
Do you remember my name?
I remembered to buy milk.
I remembered to buy milk.
I forgot my password.
I forgot my password.
Don't forget to call me.
Don't forget to call me.
I am learning French.
I am learning French.
He learned a new skill.
He learned a new skill.
She teaches math at school.
She teaches math at school.
He taught me how to swim.
He taught me how to swim.
Can you help me with this?
Can you help me with this?
She helped her friend move.
She helped her friend move.
He gave me a gift.
He gave me a gift.
I will give you some advice.
I will give you some advice.
Please take this book.
Please take this book.
He took my pen.
He took my pen.
Open the door, please.
Open the door, please.
She opened her bag.
She opened her bag.
Close the window. It's cold.
Close the window. It's cold.
He closed the book.
He closed the book.
I bought a new phone.
I bought a new phone.
She buys fresh vegetables every day.
She buys fresh vegetables every day.
He sells cars for a living.
He sells cars for a living.
They sold their house.
They sold their house.
I will pay for the coffee.
I will pay for the coffee.
He paid the bill yesterday.
He paid the bill yesterday.
She spends a lot of money on clothes.
She spends a lot of money on clothes.
I spent my weekend reading books.
I spent my weekend reading books.
I am saving money for a trip.
I am saving money for a trip.
Don't forget to save your work.
Don't forget to save your work.
I can't find my keys.
I can't find my keys.
She found a good job.
She found a good job.
I lost my wallet.
I lost my wallet.
They lost the game.
They lost the game.
He won the competition.
He won the competition.
Our team wants to win the match.
Our team wants to win the match.
I need more time.
I need more time.
She needs help with her homework.
She needs help with her homework.
I like chocolate.
I like chocolate.
She likes to travel.
She likes to travel.
I love my family.
I love my family.
He loves playing the guitar.
He loves playing the guitar.
I hate waking up early.
I hate waking up early.
She hates rainy days.
She hates rainy days.
I hope you get better soon.
I hope you get better soon.
She hopes to travel next year.
She hopes to travel next year.
I will try my best.
I will try my best.
She tried a new recipe.
She tried a new recipe.
We plan to visit Paris.
We plan to visit Paris.
He is planning his birthday party.
He is planning his birthday party.
I decided to study abroad.
I decided to study abroad.
She decided to quit her job.
She decided to quit her job.
I start work at 9 a.m.
I start work at 9 a.m.
She started learning Spanish.
She started learning Spanish.
I finished my homework.
I finished my homework.
She finished reading the book.
She finished reading the book.
I need to change my clothes.
I need to change my clothes.
The weather changed suddenly.
The weather changed suddenly.
We moved to a new apartment.
We moved to a new apartment.
He moved the chair closer.
He moved the chair closer.
Please wait for me.
Please wait for me.
She waited at the bus stop.
She waited at the bus stop.
I will stay at home today.
I will stay at home today.
He stayed in a hotel.
He stayed in a hotel.
I live in Hanoi.
I live in Hanoi.
She lives with her parents.
She lives with her parents.
He works at a bank.
He works at a bank.
She is working on a project.
She is working on a project.
I study English every day.
I study English every day.
She studied all night.
She studied all night.
I sleep for 8 hours.
I sleep for 8 hours.
He slept early last night.
He slept early last night.
I wake up at 6 a.m.
I wake up at 6 a.m.
She woke up late.
She woke up late.
I get up early on weekdays.
I get up early on weekdays.
He got up and left.
He got up and left.
I washed my hands before eating.
I wash my hands before eating.
She washed her clothes.
She washed her clothes.
I need to clean my room.
I need to clean my room.
She cleaned the kitchen.
She cleaned the kitchen.
I cooked dinner for my family.
I cooked dinner for my family.
She cooked a delicious meal.
She cooked a delicious meal.
I drive to work every day.
I drive to work every day.
He drove for 5 hours.
He drove for 5 hours.
I ride a bike to school.
I ride a bike to school.
He rode a horse.
He rode a horse.
I walk to the park every morning.
I walk to the park every morning.
She walked home alone.
She walked home alone.
He runs every morning.
He runs every morning.
He ran to catch the bus.
He ran to catch the bus.
The cat jumped onto the table.
The cat jumped onto the table.
He jumped over the fence.
He jumped over the fence.
Please pull the door to open it.
Please pull the door to open it.
He pulled the rope hard.
He pulled the rope hard.
Push the button to start.
Push the button to start.
She pushed the cart.
She pushed the cart.
He threw the ball.
He threw the ball.
She threw away old clothes.
She threw away old clothes.
I caught the ball.
I caught the ball.
She caught a cold.
She caught a cold.
Be careful not to break the glass.
Be careful not to break the glass.
He broke his phone.
He broke his phone.
I need to fix my bike.
I need to fix my bike.
He fixed the computer.
He fixed the computer.
They are building a house.
They are building a house.
He built a sandcastle.
He built a sandcastle.
She painted a beautiful picture.
She painted a beautiful picture.
I will paint the wall blue.
I will paint the wall blue.
He cut the paper with scissors.
He cut the paper with scissors.
She cut her hair.
She cut her hair.
The plants are growing fast.
The plants are growing fast.
He grows tomatoes in his garden.
He grows tomatoes in his garden.
She wears a red dress.
She wears a red dress.
He wore a jacket.
He wore a jacket.
I am holding a cup of coffee.
I am holding a cup of coffee.
She held her baby in her arms.
She held her baby in her arms.
She loves to dance.
She loves to dance.
He danced at the party.
He danced at the party.
She sings beautifully.
She sings beautifully.
He sang his favorite song.
He sang his favorite song.
She is drawing a picture.
She is drawing a picture.
He drew a cat.
He drew a cat.
She always smiles at me.
She always smiles at me.
She smiled when she saw the gift.
She smiled when she saw the gift.
She laughed at the funny joke.
She laughed at the funny joke.
They couldn't stop laughing during the movie.
They couldn't stop laughing during the movie.
The baby cried all night.
The baby cried all night.
She cried when she heard the sad news.
She cried when she heard the sad news.
He shouted for help.
He shouted for help.
She shouted at him in anger.
She shouted at him in anger.
She whispered a secret in my ear.
She whispered a secret in my ear.
He whispered softly, so no one else could hear.
He whispered softly so no one else could hear.
The kids hid behind the door during the game.
The kids hid behind the door during the game.
She hid the gift under the bed.
She hid the gift under the bed.
Can you show me how to do this?
Can you show me how to do this?
She showed her painting at the exhibition.
She showed her painting at the exhibition.
He shook my hand.
He shook my hand.
She shook the bottle before opening it.
She shook the bottle before opening it.
He hit the ball hard.
He hit the ball hard.
She accidentally hit her head on the door.
She accidentally hit her head on the door.
He kicked the ball into the goal.
He kicked the ball into the goal.
She kicked the chair in frustration.
She kicked the chair in frustration.
The dog bit my hand.
The dog bit my hand.
She bit into an apple.
She bit into an apple.
He blew out the candles.
He blew out the candles.
The wind is blowing strongly today.
The wind is blowing strongly today.
This flower smells good.
This flower smells good.
She smelled the perfume before buying it.
She smelled the perfume before buying it.
She tasted the soup.
She tasted the soup.
This cake tastes delicious.
This cake tastes delicious.
Don't touch the hot pan.
Don't touch the hot pan.
She touched his shoulder.
She touched his shoulder.
Turn left at the next street.
Turn left at the next street.
He turned the page of the book.
He turned the page of the book.
She dropped her phone on the floor.
She dropped her phone on the floor.
He dropped the keys into his pocket.
He dropped the keys into his pocket.
She greeted her guests with a warm smile.
She greeted her guests with a warm smile.
He greeted me at the door when I arrived.
He greeted me at the door when I arrived.
She baked a chocolate cake for the party.
She baked a chocolate cake for the party.
He baked fresh bread every morning.
He baked fresh bread every morning.
I boiled the water for tea.
I boiled the water for tea.
She boiled the eggs for breakfast.
She boiled the eggs for breakfast.
We discussed the project in the meeting.
We discussed the project in the meeting.
They discussed their travel plans over dinner.
They discussed their travel plans over dinner.